Have you ever wanted to know why you suck? Well, let's find out with Terrible Tarot. So I'm going to make this as nice for you as possible, but let's find out why people don't like you. You're going to pick a pile. Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 3, Pile 4. You can take a minute, use your intuition to figure out which pile calls to you the most. If you want, you can pause the video. Otherwise, let's get started. So, pile 1, if you pick the Amalite, here we are. Let's see, why do you suck? So, ooh. Wow. Okay, interesting. Okay. So we're starting with the semi-traditional tarot. So this is the first card we drew. This one and this one. So lots of air energy. So it's possible that you're an air sign. If not in one of your main signs, maybe you have a lot of air taking up your chart. I'm seeing that you're very swift. You maybe kind of just charge head into things, especially in terms of conversations. Maybe you don't really think before you speak, and you just kind of at people. This card is very interesting. Prison of repression. It's possible that you kind of challenge people a little bit, and where they're stuck with this forceful voice kind of energy, that you push through people's walls a bit because it's upside down. So yeah, I don't really feel like it's so much that you're repressed, but maybe that you kind of challenge people's repression a little bit. And yeah, again, we have this card, so upside down, very unprepared, very hasty. I'm seeing that you don't really take your time with decisions, maybe, or at least in terms of speech. You just kind of go for it. And that challenges people, definitely, a bit. So some people may find that difficult, but obviously not everyone. And then also we have this lovely man here. He is upside down as well. Yes. So I feel like, I feel like you're a little bit ungrounded here. You move very quickly. You might be a little bit cerebral and kind of intellectual, or head in the clouds for most people. Yeah. And then also we have Wheel of Fortune upside down. So that's very interesting. Why do you suck? Maybe you suck with people's fortune. Maybe you steal. Maybe you kind of challenge where people are going. Maybe you have so much forward energy towards your goals that, people are kind of annoyed at you because they're stuck in this prison of repression, not getting what they want, and they see you just kind of going for it on the outside perspective, and that's probably why you kind of annoy some people. Not everyone. And so let's pull some of the shaman cards. So we get the Shaman of Stars, the Hunter of Conflict, and the Hunter of Honor. So yeah, this definitely connects with what I was saying before with the Shaman of Stars. I'm seeing you're kind of very dreamy, very airy, and maybe you kind of chase down that conflict. You're just running full force into conflict. Maybe you don't even know you're doing this. Maybe conflict just kind of arises around you and you don't realize that it's the sharpness of your words or the kind of forward motion that you go in that's causing it. And then the Hunter of Honor. So it may be that you think you're a little bit better than people, or you think your ideas are a little bit better than people, and in that way you kind of cause some conflict. Bother people a little bit. Which is totally fair. I mean, it sounds like a pretty cool thing to suck at. Okay, and then next we have Herkimer Diamond and Charlotte. Yeah, definitely. So this definitely ties to this. Both of these are very crown chakra, third eye chakra crystals. So it's all about the mind. And it might just be you're a little bit too much for them. A little bit too, I don't want to say high vibe, but yeah, I would say like it's a little bit too much. Whatever you say goes a little bit fast, a little bit over other people's heads, and yeah, it can cause some people to get a little bit annoyed with you. And yeah, so that's why you suck. Let me know in the comments if you feel like this related to you at all. And thank you so much, Group 1. So pile 2, if you pick the lapis, let's get started. Why do you suck? We'll start with the not so basic tarot cards. Okay, so we got this guy. Got this guy. Okay. Ooh. Okay, very interesting. So here we got, you may be a little bit emotional. This guy's not really that crazy with his emotions, but it could be more than other people could handle. If that makes sense. It could be that maybe you put your emotions on other people a little bit too much, or you kind of expect them to understand things that they can't understand because they're not as deep as you are. There's a lot of water energy here, so it could be that you're a water sign. Here we have the lovely Vice card. So you could be struggling with addictions. You could be struggling with vices in some way. It's possible that those put a strain on your relationships, your friendships, or otherwise. So yeah, could be them titties. A little too focused on them titties, them alcohols, them drugs and smoking. People could kind of bother you. And it's possible that these go hand in hand. You know, the emotions and the vices make you suck a little bit. It's not that bad. And then here we got the Star card. So it could be that you have this star quality about you, even with this other stuff, that is kind of jealous making, is what I would think. Is maybe you cause a bit of envy in other people because maybe you're naturally really attractive, or you naturally have this kind of just shine to you that other people can pick up on, and it makes you a little bit annoying because they're like, why does she get to have this magical quality, or he, about them? Why do they get to have this magical quality about them? And then the Hierophant. So this could be that you're a little bit up on your soapbox, a little bit. The Hierophant, you could be a little bit up on your pedestal here, a little bit dogmatic with how you speak to others. Maybe thinking that you know more than other people, maybe lecturing a little bit. It's also possible that your kind of connection to groups could be an issue, because the Hierophant is very much about groups and kind of the clubs and stuff we're in. And then Abundance. So yeah, I feel like honestly with these two cards that you just have shit that other people want. And they're jealous. And that's pretty much it. I mean, for you, it's not really sucking. For them, yeah. But yeah, so I'm definitely seeing like you're very abundant. Again, if you're not actually abundant, if you don't actually have a lot of money, it's just your energy is very abundant, and it kind of shines to other people, and it causes them to not like you as much. Of course, not everyone, just some people. This is just the people who don't like you. Why don't they like you? So yeah. And then here we got Hunter of Vision. Shaman of Purification. Interesting. And then Shaman of Birth. Yeah, so you're definitely, I would say you probably have a very powerful personality. This purification and birth energy, you know what I mean? You can kind of probably transform very easily. And in that way, you know, maybe you burn things up, because purifying energy is like the fire, right? It burns everything into ashes. So maybe with this purification, you maybe burn some bridges you don't have to burn. You kind of move through things a little quicker than you need to. And yeah, this birth and this vision card definitely tied to the dreams and abundance here I'm seeing. So I definitely feel like maybe you're not the best at birthing your ideas, that you have this vision, but you don't necessarily go for it or see it all the way through. And that could kind of be one of your major issues. And that there's kind of like this purification process that needs to take place first before your visions will actually come into fruition. Let's see, last two, tourmaline and Kamba jasper. Ooh, so yeah, this is a purifier stone. This is a purifier stone as well. So yes, definitely very dark, heavy, changeable energy to you. I'm feeling like it's probably just a little bit difficult for other people sometimes to handle everything that you have going on. Maybe you're like a Scorpio somewhere. I could definitely see Scorpio vibes from this pile. Lots of emotions, lots of vices, lots of, yeah. But if not, you know, I just feel like it's really that energy of transformation and kind of going into those dark places and birthing out something new from that makes it a little bit harder for just general people to connect with you. Yeah, that's what I think from this pile. So we'll move to the next one. Thank you so much, group 2. You can let me know in the comments if you feel like it resonated at all. And then group 3. So group 3, if you chose the kyanite crystal, here's your reading. Why do you suck? Okay. So let's start with the first card. Ooh, Tower. Tower. Okay, cool. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. 16 as well. Lots of 6 energy. Okay, Hermit. And yeah, okay. So yeah, what I'm feeling like here is with the Tower is you have some intense energy. Whatever it is about you, you may be really ready to like quit things or just leave things or just on to the next thing. Yeah, it might make it kind of difficult. If it's not just Tower moments, it could be that you kind of cause this upheaval with your energy. You just have a general discombobulating feel to you that maybe makes other people a little frustrated with where they are in their life. And then here, I feel like maybe you get a lot of donations or patronage from other people. You get kind of like generosity very easily. It's possible that you're a little bit over generous as well. It could be more kind of that way of looking at it. Here, I feel like you come out on top. Either you always come up on top of the situation and it makes people jealous from you, or you just act like you do. You know what I mean? And it kind of makes it hard for other people to feel good around you because you're always kind of acting like you're the winner and you're on top and you have all this money that you can give away or whatever the case may be. And it just makes it difficult for others to relate to you because if they don't feel as good about themselves, they're not really going to be able to celebrate you being the winner as much. And then I definitely feel like you're a little bit of a loner. Definitely have Hermit energy here, which would make sense from the other cards. I mean, if you're upheaving the world. And then here, I feel like, yeah, this is the confusion card. So it's possible that you're a little bit confused or indecisive. You don't have the best time picking or sticking to the decisions that you make. And that can make things kind of hard for you and the people around you. And then here we have, ooh, the Ancestor of Boundaries. Yeah, you have some firm boundaries. Yeah, either you have really firm boundaries and it's just like, it's hard for other people with weaker boundaries to understand or deal with, or you just overcross other people's boundaries. You know what I mean? You're very much in this boundaries card. Maybe you do have that firm sense, but you kind of over push other people because you don't recognize their boundaries as much because most people can't really, not everyone is the best at conveying their boundaries, and that's totally not on you. But yeah. Ancestor of Tribes and the Spirit of Destruction. Booyah, baby. Okay, yeah, you're definitely some destructive energy here. You definitely have some powerful vibes to you. So tribes, yeah, it could be how you relate to groups. Again, with this Hermit card, they're kind of pulled together here. Could be that you're not really the best at fitting into crowds, not really the best at merging into groups and having that tribal energy. And I do feel like you're a bit destructive. Maybe you just like chaos, maybe you like to mess with things a little bit. But definitely the spirit of destruction is strong in you, which is cool. And let's see. Interesting. So 2 very different energies here. For your last 2 cards, we have the Blue Lace Agate, which is soft, but it's very throat chakra. So I would say that you're probably well-spoken. Could connect again to the boundaries and this kind of like winner card. Yeah, I would say that you're probably very good at speech. You might be really creative. And then with the Carnelian, this is kind of more of that inspiring and forceful energy. Again, creativity is really strong here. So in terms of why you suck, I'm not really sure with these ones, to be honest, because like, seem like some pretty good crystals to get. But I would say, you know what, it's probably just a bit challenging. This contrast in you, it seems like you'd probably be a really strong personality, and so for other people, it's challenging to be around. And, you know, makes sense sometimes, but you'll definitely find people who aren't like that. So don't worry too much. Okay, thank you so much, group number 3. That's all I had for you. A little discombobulated there. I hope you enjoyed. If you feel like it resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Yeah, and thank you so much for watching. Last one, group number 4. So if you picked the Moonstone, it's group number 4. Let's get started on why you suck. Okay, so we got, oof. Yeah, right here I'm seeing you're a little stubborn. You might drag your heels in the sand a little bit with people and what they kind of want. Definitely stubborn vibes here. Yeah, and getting that you maybe work a lot. It's possible that you overwork yourself, or your mindset is totally focused on work and you kind of, you know, push through past the point of when you should maybe take a break or when you should stop, or you expect other people to work as hard as you do and it's just not possible for them sometimes. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing you're a very hard worker. I'm getting a very tough energy here. Oh, and just as I said that, strength card. Yeah, you're strong. You're definitely strong. Yeah, fierce. And why you suck, you know, it seems like not that bad of a thing. A negative thing about it is just a little bit too strong. You know, if you're pushing yourself, you know, to the point of suffering, that sucks. You shouldn't do that, you know what I mean? You gotta take breaks. Sometimes you gotta let other people look after you. You can't always just be the strong person coming in and taking care of everything, because then, you know, no one's helping you out. You need help too. Okay, yeah. Vengeance and Destruction card. So yeah, this can also be unseen enemies here. Could be a little bit of talking behind other people's backs, because the swords are very much about communication. So could be that you kind of expect them to live up to this very strong working energy that you have yourself. And they can't. It could be that you're kind of just, maybe you think everyone else is out to get you and you're just kind of prepared to attack. That could be it as well. And then, oh, the Empress. So definitely feeling Taurus energy here. This is the Taurus card, and you know, these are all very Taurus vibes, but yeah. Could be a little bit slow. Could kind of take your time with things and not have a lot of space for other people's thoughts and ideas and feelings. That's what I would kind of think. You could be a little bit kind of just sitting on your laurels and focusing on yourself and not really focusing outwards. Because if you notice, like, I'm not sure how well you can see, but every single one of these cards here is someone by themselves. So I definitely feel like you're trying to do everything by yourself, and it's not necessarily the best for you all the time. So let's see what we got with our oracle cards here. We have the Hunter of Gifts. Ooh, that's a nice one. Hunter of Death. Okay, cool. And Shaman of Song. So these ones are very interesting, actually. How they connect to these. Okay, sorry about that. My camera is absolutely terrible. So we're going to try and do this last part pretty quick. But here we have the Hunter of Gifts, the Hunter of Death, and the Shaman of Song. So I'm feeling like it's probably your gifts and the things that you're meant to do are kind of being ignored by this hardworking energy. Like, I feel like this Death card is what's blocking this song and this gift. So I feel like you're in this very stubborn, I'm just gonna work hard, get that big energy, and you're kind of missing what your actual gifts and what your actual kind of soul song is. And so that's kind of why you suck. And then it might actually be that instead of just staying in this stubborn energy of, you know, I need money and I need to be strong and I need to do this because of this, this, and this, and taking just some time to do things a little bit more playfully, a little bit more joyfully, seeing what you actually want and why, might really help. I don't know, if you need help. You might not need help. You might be fine. I mean, you seem fine. And then for the last two, we have Auralite and Moldavite. So Moldavite is a crazy stone. It is very high vibration. It's a little too much for the general person. It can cause like nightmares and super crown chakra energy. So what I'm getting here is, especially with this Auralite too, is that you're very divine. I would sense that you have quite an open crown chakra and you have this very strong connection to that kind of spirit world, and maybe you're not using it. Maybe you're focused on work, or maybe you just kind of shake other people up quite a lot and it causes kind of discombobulation. I've been really liking that word today, in your relationships. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing here, Moldavite and Auralite, which is very interesting. So yeah, maybe you give people nightmares. In a somewhat positive way. So yeah, so why you suck, if I could sum this up into one message, you're very fucking strong. You're tough. You're tough, you think the world's out to get you, and you're ready to fight back. You have this divine connection that maybe you're